Dragon Quest is one of Square-Enix's longest-running series and their most popular franchise in Japan. Dragon Quest Swords The Masked Queen and the Tower of Mirrors is a Nintendo Wii spin-off title made primarily to show off the capabilities of the Wiimote. This is a first-person sword-swinging action game mixed with some RPG elements, including item management and character stats. I've always been a bit weary of the Dragon Quest series. While I do enjoy RPGs, the Dragon Quest series has always eluded me growing up. To me, especially with the later titles, the series always seemed to be a little too self-obsessed with its archaic roots and has neglected to really embrace gaming evolution in a few of its aspects. All the grinding and awkward design choices convinced me to just play other games. Regardless, I did enjoy the spin-off Rocket Slime, and now I'm giving this title a shot. When I first started out, I had to keep reminding myself that this was originally supposed to be a launch title in Japan. It was made very apparent right within the first 5 minutes that the plot of this video game would be paper thin.
Felicitations, birthday boy! How peculiar for you to be visiting the castle alone. I imagine you're here to meet with Mother. How unfortunate. She's made it quite clear that she does not wish to enter. She has even refused to grant me an audience. Her own son. Sorry, I am desperate.
When keeping in mind the voice acting, most of the characters are a mix between stereotypical and lifeless. Like, the actors are trying their very hardest to emulate some Saturday morning cartoon actors, and yet they fall flat on their face with horrible script and direction. As only the Wiimote is used in this game, you navigate around a single town using the D-pad. It's really bad, and the town looks downright ugly. I could probably go on to criticize the downtime portions of this game and pick it apart even further, but really, it's the action sequences which are the true selling point of this video game. Just consider the RPG portions to be for beginners and don't expect too much. For me, reviewing this game is extremely difficult. For the 8 or so hours I spent with the main storyline, I'll admit it, I was addicted. However, despite my addiction, I was criticizing the game the entire time, proclaiming to myself how easily it could have been improved while groaning over the moderately subpar graphics and lifeless 3D environments. I have a bit of an affinity for these sorts of games, and yet I was very displeased that this game wasn't much better.
Show me your work.
The fighting portions are supposed to be the hook for this game, and they were actually very fun. Dragon Quest Swords is the first first-person sword swing game that's actually playable. You swing your sword in a variety of ways, changing your center point on the screen to vary your attacks, and you have a movable shield to work with as well. As the game progresses and the enemies start inhibiting more advanced patterns, it can be very fun blocking at just the right moments, and then countering with the perfect attack of your own. As great as this title is, using the Wiimote still isn't perfect. The game's Wiimote detection is a lot better than some games, but it still leaves a lot to be desired. I get the impression that the godly one-to-one sword swinging game that everyone's secretly praying for is going to be quite a difficult game to program. Even while trying my best to keep the Wiimote perfectly steady and straight and mechanically swinging the Wiimote in the ideal way as described in the tutorial, I could still only get maybe 80% of my swings to be detected properly. Dragon Quest Swords, as I mentioned, is an awfully ugly game, and if first-person on-rail sword swinging doesn't sound like your thing, you'll probably find it rather monotonous. While I did have fun with it, and as a fan of the genres this game borrows from, I'd say it was a very worthy purchase. When I'm completely honest with myself, it wasn't a very good game. I hesitate to give Dragon Quest Swords any sort of high grade because it could be outclassed very easily. It's just that as a new genre, there's not much else to compare to, and yet there's so much more that they could have done. I have a sneaking suspicion that this game won't age very nicely. I give Dragon Quest Swords, The Masked Queen, and the Tower of Mirrors for the Nintendo Wii a 6 out of 10.